so much. Parang pag-iyan yung sarili niyo, routine. And so, first, before we welcome our most amazing friend, let's please turn our attention to the screen and let us watch this. Sunrise. It's the beginning of foreshadowing of a life built on light and the power of resurrection. As the eldest before, born to a Filipino father and American mother, my life is an exceptional tapestry of two cultures, grounded in the values of legacy. I grew up in the province of Rosarito, where I learned from my uncle and Lola, who were farmers, that tending the land is a way to sustain and give back, and that each seed planted carries a legacy of progress. Traveling internationally since I was 6 months old with my family's nonprofit organization shaped my heart for service. Most of outreaches to children, elderly, persons with disabilities, and single mothers that I learned the simple act of showing up for others creates lasting change, a legacy of generosity. I grew up homeschooled. At the time I was 3 years old, I was being trained in dance and gymnastics. By the time I was 8, I competed on the national stage with Filipinos Got Talent. As I grew up, I found my voice in the arts. I authored and illustrated 5 children's books and earned recognition in both writing and speaking, building a legacy of creativity. And now, through Seed Initiative and other partnerships in sports and dance, I've been able to impact the lives of over 10,000 students worldwide, empowering the next generation and living out a legacy of purpose. And through it all, my family has been my constant, with a foundation of faith, a heart of service, and a strength that only comes from me. My family gave legacy. Ocean, and cannot go back. To me, legacies are not only built on great gifts, but in quiet choices to rise one morning because every legacy began with sunrise, one honest choice to bring life. And these choices and instincts. It's such a beautiful introduction for our Miss World Philippines. And we waited 6 months for this since the coronation of Miss World Philippines in February. And it feels like we watched a seed grow into the woman that she is today. So I'm super excited to introduce, of course, the woman of the hour, the most beautiful Asia Rose Simpson, our Miss World Philippines 2026. And so, Asia, would you like to send a message out to the public, to our media friends, and of course, the supporters all around the world on your journey? Well, first of all, thank you guys so much for being here today on the first presentation and for Miss World 2026. I am so grateful to all of you that you would be here and come here today. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to come and honor not only me, but the organization and the Philippines. We leave tomorrow, and leave tomorrow I'll be flying from Vietnam, so it's already. I can't believe it's already here. It's been such a journey since the coronation night of Miss World Philippines 2026, and now we're going into Miss World 2026. So thank you guys for supporting me. Please continue to do so. The competition starts on August 9th, and the coronation night for Miss World is September 5th. So I'll be in Vietnam for give or take about a month. I would love it if you guys would support me on my socials, on Instagram and Facebook. Just my name is Linko H. Rose Simpson. Thank you guys so much, and love the family. That is such a beautiful message from, of course, a beautiful queen and a beautiful classmate. So, thank you so much for listening. those words. We all wish you well. So this is actually a historical time for this world because they're celebrating their 75th festival. So we hope that you make history. We're praying for you and we're of course hoping for the best. And I'm sure that your well wishers also are hoping for the best for you. So let's call on her family. So let's please welcome the Simpsons here. Starting off with, of course, it's even Joseph, the dad of the year, guys.
Well, it's not every day you can say that your daughter is Miss Philippines, Miss World Philippines, and so it's such an honor. First of all, daughter, I'm so proud of you, and I'm grateful to you all for being here. I want to say thank you to the organization, Mr. Amy, Ms. Krishna, to the staff, Mr. Fans, and the beautiful team here, absolutely beautiful, and to you guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. So Asia is she's very authentic. She doesn't play any games. You see her, that's who she is. She doesn't do a lot of love. She's authentic and genuine in what she does. She's very intelligent. I mean, Asia is just so smart. But beyond that, she has a servant's heart. You know what that means? We Filipinos are naturally like we love to serve, but Asia that's her heartbeat. Whether it's taking trash or serving others, Asia is just naturally good at serving others. And she is so incredibly intelligent, and she's anointed. Anointed means that even from the beginning, even when she was in her mother's womb, we knew that God has called her and that God has a great plan for her life. And so where she's at, she takes that with her. She prays for people, not for show. She genuinely cares for people because she loves the Lord and she wants people to understand that the Lord loves them. So, Asia, I love you. We're going to be great covering our business and it's not fun, and we're here to support you. I'll do all I can to protect you, daughter, and our family is here. So proud of you.
Such a beautiful message from Uncle Joseph. So let's move to, of course, the youngest brother, Josiah. Hello everyone, like you said, I am Josiah and I am Asia's only and favorite brother. I just want to say, Asia, that I'm so proud of you for everything that you have and will accomplish. Thank you for being such an amazing role model to me and my siblings. I'm so proud of you. It's truly something incredible in your life right now. Good luck. Thank you so much, Josiah. So let's move to one of her two stunning sisters also. Hi everyone, my name is Princess, and I'm Asia's bigger sister. I just want to say I'm so proud of you, and I'm so thankful that you're my sister. I know that you live amazing in this world, and yeah, just keep me out this world and do a lot that you're my baby. Um, Let's give it up for Genesis. What a heartwarming message. And of course, for the last, and I'm assuming the most favorite sibling also, Maya. Hello, everyone. My name is Maya. I'm the neighbor and also her favorite. And for this last but not least, for Brittany. Magandang hapon. I am the favorite mother. Anyways, joking arguments today. And I just can't believe, I can't believe, oh, you can't believe this path that goes with that no one could ever expect. All the people expected to do are just consuming all of the big things that we're doing. I remember when you were young and so yeah, this is their sisters have all the opportunities and they have their moments and you were just there. And so thank you so much to the entire family for sharing your very loving messages to Asia. Would anyone else like to give their message to Asia as well? Maybe call on Miss Krishna, for example. Miss Krishna? Okay. Well, we have for Asia. Anyone from? Okay. I guess I will give my message to Asia as well, seeing as though I was her batchmate during Miss World Philippines. So, totoo yung mga sinasabi ng family ni Asia na, ay sige, tatabi mo na ako. Ano yung sinasabi ko sa family ni Asia? Okay, what a beautiful family. So, as I was saying earlier, totoo yung mga sinasabi ng family ni Asia. Okay, very genuine person talaga si Asia. And it's something that I really saw throughout our journey. It was very short, it was only once. But I really saw how much love you have for the people around you. And that's something that I really appreciated. I also come from a small town. This was also my first national pageant. So being able to relate to you in that way, it really touched me. And it really ignited something in me. Na parang, oh my God, ang bata pa ni Asia, pero ang dami na nagawa. And that's something that I think, oh, hello. That's something that I think Asia does in every aspect of her life. Whether she is really able to touch people through her advocacy, through her actions every day. And you can really see how she connects to people. I remember in one we shared, we went to some family together actually because we had outreach in so I'm really sorry she tried her best to connect with the children there, with the indigenous community there. And it was very touching because when you see the beauty queens playing with children that genuinely, and they were really showing those stories. So I wish you the best on your journey. I'm so excited. And I know that all of our sisters are excited as well. So yeah, thank you so much, Ava. I love you. And I hope that you bring home the journey. Okay, and of course, hindi pa po na numbers. Ayan, so, just like that. And one of the favorite siblings. And of course, a message from Miss Asia Rose Simpson herself. teammates are always being there. They listen. I didn't have a camp. Coming into this pageant, I didn't have a camp. I didn't have an organization behind me, but I had my family behind me. So that's the reason I was so successful in the national pageant. They're the ones who trained me, who helped me with Q&A, and passerella, and every aspect. They were there for me. And that's why Miss World Philippines say I'm Miss World Philippines. To the board, to Miss World Philippines, to ALP, to Krista, Sir France, Midtime, and everyone behind the scenes, thank you guys so much for honoring me and also just for trusting me with this role because this is a responsibility and not one that I take lightly. A beauty queen is an influencer on a public platform, and so at all times you're being watched, and you have to be a good role model if this is really the platform that you want to take. And so as I go into this Miss World competition in Vietnam this August till September, I am taking with me the heart of the Philippines, and I'm going to do my very best. People ask me, are you 100% sure that you're going to take home crown? Well, I can't be 100% sure because I'm in no control over the results. But what I can say is I'm 100% ready to take on the competition. I'm 100% confident in my abilities to work hard in every fast track. Because this world is a very holistic pattern, which means you have to be able to give all of yourself. And it's funny because I've been able to use every facet of my creativity, every facet of myself. I have been able to use my talents in the jump fast track. I'm going to dance, and I cannot wait for you all to see that. It's a dance called support, which means to run and get help when needed. It tells a story of mental health and the hope that is there and accessible to everyone. I was able to paint and illustrate and write because on this world I didn't know this, but I was very excited to find out that you have to bring an illustrated book to the competition about your country. And so I wrote and illustrated a children's book from this world that will be presented to the World Library when we get there. I'm not sure what date, but we'll keep you guys updated. And actually, can I show that to you guys right now? We got it actually. Give me 1 second. So this is my book called Mabuhay Philippines. And I wrote it and illustrated it myself. When they told me there was a requirement for a book, I said, please let me write it myself because I'm a children's book author and illustrator. And they said, sure, why not? And so I wrote this, and in its pages, I also illustrated people that I knew, places that I've been, and it's just, I love this, and it's something I'm very proud of. I'll put that on the mic and show you guys some of the pages. So I wrote this. It's a poem book, and so this one is me, and it says Mabuhay, and then there's the Filipino beaches. This is Ross Igapis. This is Ronnie Galivas and his wife. I had the pleasure of meeting them when we went on a few up excursion last time. They were so kind, and I wanted to include them in my book as well. This is one of our batchmates as well, Cindy, from Riverside region, and this one is her national costume that she wore in the competition. This is General Santos, and we actually got to go there as well for another Diwali excursion. Here is the Mall of Asia, because the Philippines has the best malls in the world. We have Philippine Airlines, one of the sponsors actually of this whole Philippines. Um, all of our food, all of our delicious food. We have our temperamental weather, the creatures of the Philippines, all of them, well, some of them. And this is actually my family, as well as. This is my uncle. He actually passed away last year, but I want to honor him and his family in this book as well. So that's all my cousins and my tita. Christmas, the longest one ever, 4 month celebration in the third months. Of course, our foundation, the the different types of people that are there and their careers. This is my friend from Rossi Happy's and his son. His name is Lloyd Develis. He is an artist, and he's actually the one who created these contested gifts I want to bring for my sister who's in Vietnam. It's a pair of earrings that are made from coffee shells, and on every single one he painted a scene from the Bye Bye in Hamas. And so these are all hand painted earrings on the coffee shells. And the rest karaoke because we know that Filipinos love karaoke. All of our different dances, of course, singing our Foundation Day, and our national heroes, and our flag. And that is my book, Moving My Philippines, and I am so proud of this because I was able to write and illustrate it for the competition. And it's just a testament that if you are willing to go the places where God calls you, He will use you to the best. So thank you, Philippines, for being behind me. And laban tayo. I'm so excited for this journey in Vietnam.
Thank you so much, Asia, and of course, we all wish you the best. So I'm sure that our media friends are dying to ask you so many questions. So let's get started with our Q&A from our media friends. So does anyone want to go first?
Hi, Asia Rose. Okay, first of all, best of luck to you. You're very Indian. And my question is, you're wearing the Miss World Philippines crown or signet now. So, what does it mean to you?
This journey has been a roller coaster. And that may sound so many ups and downs, and to wear the Philippine sash across my chest and to represent my country on the international stage means so much because there's going to be 130 candidates in this world, and there are so many different countries, so many different girls, so many different religions, so many different people represented, and so I am so honored to represent the Filipino people. And it means to me that I will have a bigger platform to share love, to share help, and to share my advocacy, which is Seed Initiative, and it advocates for physical, mental, and emotional health. So I am so excited for what this journey holds.
Okay, follow-up question. Okay, what message would you like to bring to the Miss World Festival stage in Vietnam as the Philippine representative?
Are you ready for the Philippines this year? I hope you are because I am ready for the Miss World Festival. I actually didn't know it was called Festival, but Miss World Festival this year. I am there to serve, I am there to learn because a true queen takes the role of a servant.
Okay, congratulations in advance. Thank
Maraming
you.
salamat po.
Hi, Asia.
Hello po, kamusta?
Kamusta? Uy, nakita kita sa MRT 2 days ago.
Oo.
Napakahabol mo, no? Nag-MRT lang sila with her father. Saan kayo galing nun?
Sorry?
Where have you been that time?
Where was I going? I was going home actually. I don't remember where we were. Yeah, I believe it was a fitting actually for some of my OOTDs for Vietnam. But we were heading home. It had been a long day.
Asia, what has been the biggest challenge in preparation or preparing for the Miss World competition in Vietnam?
Oh, to pick just one, no joke lang. One of the biggest challenges is the long stretch of time between the coronation and the actual competition. So for me, I am a person of habits. I'm a person who loves to get things done very quickly. And so scheduling, OOTDs, the things that I need to learn, the things that I need to prepare for, I would have loved to get that done, very, very quickly. But since it's a marathon and a sprint, I've had to learn how to temper my expectations for the journey and to really learn that I'm going a long way, not a short way. So I need to prepare myself physically, spiritually, mentally for a long journey.
Aside from your family, aside from the Philippines, aside from your faith, who has been your biggest source of inspiration for your Miss World journey?
So besides everyone. No, so I have gleaned so much wisdom from past queens. They have been so kind to me, the likes of Megan Young, Venus Raw, Katrina Gray. I've actually been in contact with all three of them, and they have given me so much wisdom, and they've given me so many tips on just the industry, the pageant itself, how I should act and present myself. I had a meeting with Megan Young, actually, and she brought a whole slide presentation for me. I was very surprised and very happy because I love details. But she said, okay, for social media, this is what you need to work on, this is what you're good. For outfits, this is what you need to get, this is where you're good. She had so much details of her expertise and her wisdom, and she really took it to heart. So to all my mentors, thank you so much. I would not be here without you. And also, I just want to special mention Sir Vico. He was my stylist for Miss World Philippines, or not Miss World Philippines, Miss World. And when I say we would not be here without him, Sir Vico, we would not be here without you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You made this happen. Thank you.
Asia, last question. If given a chance to choose a roommate, who would it be?
Okay, so, fun fact. I made a group chat with the other girls, the candidates, I believe, was it 2 months ago? A couple of months ago, a couple weeks ago. And so I've been contacting them, talking with them, just chatting them up. And one of the kindest girls in the group chat is Cordova. She has been talking on the group, she's very chatty and so very kind. And if I were to choose, I've had the most contact with her. And so hopefully, maybe, they haven't given us the roommates yet, but hopefully soon.
Thank you so much and best of luck. You are
Thank you so
our
much.
second Miss World, right?
Yes, yes.
God willing. Right.
Hi Asia, this is Michael of Cardinals Karate. My question for you is, what is the most important lesson have you learned from your parents or mentors?
The most important lesson I've learned from my parents is to just try. They gave me the beautiful gift of allowing me to try new things. From a young age, I was very creative and very experimental. I loved making things out of paper and glue, cardboard, and anything I could find. And they never told me that I couldn't do something if it was creative. They never tried to discourage me in the things that I created. They said, why not? Try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but at least you had the opportunity, and maybe it did work. So they allowed me to dream big, and they always pushed me to be creative in the way that I thought about things, in the way that I did things, in the way that I reached people. And that's one of the reasons that we chose dance and sports for my advocacy, is because what turned off. They allowed me to think creatively, and the reason why we chose dance and sports is because it's a language that anyone can understand. Last year we went to Vietnam, and I don't speak Vietnamese, and the people in Vietnam, the place that we were at, they don't speak English. But we were able to make a community with them because of pickleball. We were doing a pickleball workshop with the International Sports Federation, and then my siblings and I were able to dance. We built community through those things because they're understood by everyone.
Okay, thank you Asia. Let's claim the second Miss World crown.
Thank you so much.
Hi Asia. I read in your book that you said that never let anyone put down on you because you are at young age. Now, do you think the critics are using you being young age to hinder that crown for you?
Could you repeat that last part? I didn't quite catch it.
Do you think that the critics are using that young age of you to hindering you for the crown?
So in the back of my book, we put, don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example to the believers in what you say, how you live, in your faith, purity, and conduct. That has been my motto and my favorite verse for ever since I started pageantry. That is 1 Timothy 4:12. And I have always been one of the youngest candidates, if not the youngest candidate in my pageant career. I started out when I was 14, and in Miss World Philippines, I was 18 years old, one of the youngest candidates. I have never let my age become a hindrance to what I can do, also a product of what my parents have taught me. As for critics or online, the netizens who would comment about my age, thank you for boosting the algorithm. But my age does not define what I'm capable of. It does not define the difference that I can make, and it does not define my worth on the stage. So thank you for all your comments and critiques. I always take it with a grain of salt. But as for your question, if it's hindering me, no, it really isn't. Thank you.
Next question is that I think you're smart, beautiful, and I think you can really speak well. And you dance also. We know that Miss World is full of challenges. What is that thing that are not good at?
Oh, in the pageant or just in general?
I think in general or in pageant as well.
Okay, in general, I am not very good at golf. It's something that people have told me, are you bad at anything? And so, my answer was always just standing there kind of awkwardly like, if I say no, then I sound prideful or arrogant. But if I say yes, then they're just kind of like, So I always say, well, I'm not very good at golf. And then in pageants, I would say my biggest challenge would probably have been just working on my styling. That was my styling, hair, and makeup. That's something that I had to learn how to do by myself. For makeup, I use YouTube University, and then about a month ago, I started taking lessons with Sir Jim from Culture Salon. And so that has been a really big improvement, but that's something that I need to work on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, Asia.
Hello.
I think it's worth sharing how you started your advocacy. I mean, at an age where most girls are out partying, it's so admirable to know that somebody like you, at at 12 years, you're already going from school to school or other places just to share your advocacy. Can you tell us more about this?
Sure. So this is another story where I have to go back because I was 6 months old when I did my first mission trip. So for context, my BWAP started out with my parents. They are missionaries here in the Philippines. They're based here. They've lived here for over 20 years now. And so I grew up in that environment. They had a church and they would do outreaches with their people. They would take them to the bye-bye, the beach, and have what we call family fun days or family Sundays. And we would feed them and we would share a message with them. We would share our gifts and talents. And I grew up in that sort of environment. So it was just second nature to me. It was who I am. And so I grew up in service. And I started dancing when I was around 3 years old. And my dad really cultivated that talent and skills within me and my siblings. Then later on, we started doing competitions and auditions. But we also use our talents as a way to connect with people, as I was saying earlier. So when we do our outreaches, it kind of goes like this, the schedule of things. We would bring in a bunch of people, and then we would have a program. We would feed them, we would play games with them, we would do a presentation with our dance, and also sometimes we would bring in other dance groups from City or wherever we were at the time. So as I grew up, I understood the fact that just showing up for people can make the greatest difference. Because for so many people, they feel alone in the world. Even if they're surrounded by people, they feel alone. And so what we do is we gather people, we disciple them, and we reach out to them. Because sometimes the biggest thing that you can do for someone is not giving them the world. It's reaching out your hand.
I think it's amazing. I think it's also worth mentioning that even at that age where hindi pa masyadong well-known yung mental health issues, di ba? I could probably say that Asia, in her own way, has saved a lot of lives because a lot of those kids were actually suicidal, perhaps, and because of her advocacy, she was able to do her own way to reach out to them, and they also willingly shared their whatever was troubling them because of the SED program, diba? So there's our hero right there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hi, Asia.
Hello po.
Well, the Philippines is aiming for its second Miss World crown. Does carrying that expectations inspire you or add pressure? And how do you balance both?
Yes, well, I was gonna answer with both, but in my eyes, I don't really put pressure on myself when people say you're gonna win the second crown because I understand that I can only control what I can control. I can control my preparation. I can control my integrity and character. I can control the things that I speak about and how I speak. But as for the second crown, that's what I'm aiming for. That's the end goal. However, it is going to be up to the organization, the leadership, and the judges. So to answer your question about pressure or inspiration, I think it's all mixed up into one. It pushes me farther and it pushes me harder to do the best I can for the Philippines.
Thank you. And my next question is, many young Filipinas now look up to you as a role model. What is the most important lesson you've learned on this journey that you want to pass on to them?
Know who you are before the world tells you who you are. As a beauty queen, or as a title holder, or even just a person on social media, there is access to thousands upon thousands of opinions and ideas about self-worth, about beauty, and about value. So before coming into this industry, make sure that you know who you are. Because if you do not, then the world around you will tell you who you are and will tell you who you are not. So be sturdy and steady within yourself and know who you are so that nothing can shake you. That's my greatest advice to anyone wanting to come into the industry.
Last question. I am Asia Rose Simpson and am
Miss World Philippines 2026, God willing, Miss World 2026.
Tatanong ka? Sir, ano bang sugat? After you,
Asia, a humble question here. Of course, this is just a follow-up question to your advocacy. We know it's your own humble effort, but if you were given a chance, would you want to partner or collaborate with, let's say, a non-governmental organization or, like any of those Angat Buhay programs? And do you think that could do so much more for your cause?
Yes, of course. So I am an ambassador for the International Sports Federation, Pickle Lab, Batang Pickleball, and the Picklebells. Now those are all organizations that use sports and now with us dance as a way to reach people in need. And so we're already collaborating with them, but I would love to partner with whoever would like to help. And actually, one of the newest things that we've been doing is creating a mental health curriculum in partnership with the Veracity Department of Education. And so, here, let me show you actually. Give me 1 second. And so, I actually printed one out to bring to Miss World. And this is the C curriculum with my BWAP. It is a mental health curriculum that helps, it's like basically a school book. It's kind of like my school books that we use. I'll show you the inside. Thank you. So this is C Curriculum, a sports and dance initiative, a mental health guide. Planting seeds today that will grow into a healthier tomorrow. So inside is just all sorts of tips and tricks that people can use to help understand their emotions and regulate their mental health. So this is basically a curriculum that a teacher or a guardian can use to teach their children or their students how to manage your feelings. There's activities. There's an emotion wheel that will help you identify something that's deeper than just happy or sad. There's activities and exercises, and it's just a way that we can help simplify the process, because I believe that mental health is such a stigmatized thing here in the Philippines, but also around the world.
but it's such a global thing as well because every person on earth, I'm sure, has experienced mental health issues or disorders. Anxiety and depression are on the rise. Suicide rates has risen by a major percent. And so this is just a way for people to really understand how they're feeling and to take meaningful action in preventing either suicide or self-harm and all those different things. So this is a curriculum that we are hoping to collaborate with the Ross City Department of Education to further excel seed.
Ikaw ano and ako muna? Oh, tapos
Ayan.
ako.
So thank you so much to our media friends for
Tapos na?
asking those very thought-provoking questions and also, syempre, for letting Asia highlight parts of herself as well. So at this time, I would like to recognize the presence of the Miss World Philippines National Director, Sir Arnold Megafria. Let's all please welcome the Queen Maker, as they say. Ayan, si Tito Arnold. Yes, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so would you like to send any message, Asia?
Hello? Did you see the transformation?
Yes,
Did you notice the transformation? Diba? So, I think she's very ready. It's like she's leaving tomorrow, to compete for the Miss World in Vietnam. And I hope and pray that this time, after how many years?
13.
13 years. Maybe after 13 years, the youngest candidate, the youngest representative of the Philippines will get the blue crown again.
Yes.
Are you guys positive?
Yes.
So, for me, congratulations in advance. As I've said to you, just do your best. And I'm very positive that you can deliver the blue crown again to the Philippines and just relax and make the best. Just do your best and enjoy your journey in the Miss World pageant. And I hope the people watching today, especially for the media who are here today, if you can help us, because there's a lot of fast track challenges. Multimedia is a big help. And that's going to be of course, not only we help us to promote, and they help us to promote Philippines, our Philippine candidate. And I'm sure, Philippine pageant fans are always supporting our candidate. But this time, let's help each other, to get the blue crown. And media plays a big factor in promoting our candidate. And before I close, just want to say that just do your best. I'm not pressing you or pushing you to just relax and we talk about what are your things that you have to do. What is the secret how to win? And I hope you will follow that instruction. Okay? Thank you very much, and don't forget to support our candidate. Thank you.
Yes. Photo op.
Thank you so much, Sir Yelby. So, thank you all once again for coming. So, as we close this send-off party for Asia, let's all remember to pray for her and, of course, to support her on this journey in bringing home the second crown for the Philippines. Let's all give her a warm round of applause.
Sample introduction. Sample intro. Wait lang. Pwede na tumayo? Tayo na. Tayo na. Ayan. Sentro. ready? One, two, three, go. Ulit. Again. Ready?
Introduction. Okay.
Okay, ready? One, two, three, and go.
I am Asia Rose Simpson, your Miss World Philippines 2026.
One more. Okay, ready? One, two, three, go.
Asia Rose Simpson, Philippines.
The dad would like to take a picture of Asia with everyone. So Asia, can you please stand here? Guys, compress.
Okay, baka yan na kayo.
You have everyone, Joseph.
Joseph.